senior, number 74, Ryan McCann. The Seahawks are coached by Wayne Lance. Here come the Seahawks.
And good evening from Virginia Beach, Virginia at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine, as we're about ready to roll here tonight in the home opener for the Atlantic Shore Seahawks as they're taking on Nansemond-Suffolk Academy, the Saints. We appreciate all of you for tuning in with us here tonight on Cova Sports TV. I'm Jack Lowe, your play-by-play commentator, alongside my camera operator tonight, Lucas Ponce, and all the people doing it behind the scenes here at the Sportsplex and on Cova Sports TV. So we're going to take a break and go quiet as it's about time for prayer and the national anthem.
Coaches and officials will bless them, give them wisdom in the job they're doing. And Lord, we ask everything we say and do tonight brings honor and glory to your name. For in your son's name we pray. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's anthem is sung by the high school ensemble, One Voice, under the direction of Miss Charlene Disney.
And a great job and great performance by the people singing the anthem tonight from Atlantic Shores. And with that, as the jet flies over, it's the sounds of freedom as we're about to get rolling here at the Sportsplex as the captains are lining up. Captains for Atlantic Shores tonight, you have number 58. That is, in fact, we're missing a 58, but 55, Josh Long. Number 6, Josh Sibley, returner from last year. And, of course, the quarterback for the Seahawks, number 5, Micah Lance, son of Coach Wayne Lance. I can see on that other sideline, it looks like number 74 for Nansemond-Suffolk, Josh Simpson, transfer from Western Branch High School. Number 2, Peyton Blair. Looks like number 7, Shane Rogers Johnson, and I'm unable to find that other number. It looks like it could be Harrison. I can't be too sure about that. Some new and improved stuff here at the Sportsplex. You can see the scoreboard with the handheld camera as well as all the new turf. Lots of upgrades here at the Sportsplex. And it is a beautiful, gorgeous night for Friday Night Lights. And it looks like the Seahawks are going to win the kickoff, or win the coin toss rather, excuse me, and they're going to elect to receive. So the kick return team will start out with the Seahawks, and kicking off will be Nansemond-Suffolk. With that being said, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back, it'll be time to kick off the home opener for Atlantic Shores football.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
That's right, Portco. Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us now or learn more at portco.org. Again, that is portco.org. We're about ready to get this thing rolling. It looks like the kick for Nansemond-Suffolk. Henry Ross, the senior playing his final season in Nansemond-Suffolk. There goes the kick. Back to return for Atlantic Shores at number 7, Colin Williams. Has some space to go, crosses the 25-yard line before he's met down by a couple of Nansemond-Suffolk players around the 30, they'll give him the 31-yard line, and here comes the Seahawks offense. This Atlantic Shore offense was so explosive a year ago. Micah Lance, of course, at quarterback, but losing a lot of people. A lot of people graduated last season. The big one going to William & Mary now, Chris Higgins, who played excellently at receiver and corner. He's gone, as well as Jack Weaver, the running back. Campbell Clark, who also got some time at running back, missing a lot of people from that season. Will they be able to rebound this season with not quite as many weapons as a year ago? Still have Josh Sibley, who's a great force in the slot at receiver, and he's lining up at tight end this play, actually. It'll be shotgun for Lance, and he's going to hand it off running back. That's going to be Trez Williams, and he's going nowhere. Right back to the line of scrimmage he goes, and look at this Nansemond-Suffolk defensive line. So great start for the Saint defense. We'll see if they can uphold. You'll see the Seahawks go in that shotgun a lot. They love that shotgun formation, and they love going tempo, too. They get one good play, they're going to keep moving. That's Michael Lance in the backfield alongside running back Trez Williams, both playing their final seasons here at Atlantic Shores. Lance is going to roll to his right on this one. Looks designed, and he's going to float one. It's intercepted! Picked off Jaden Stafford. And a huge play for Nansemond-Suffolk to open up the drive of this one. Stafford getting the interception. And it'll be at the Atlantic Shores 43-yard line, and a huge start for Nansemond-Suffolk. That's exactly what they're looking for. So that'll be shotgun for the Saints as they begin their drive. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Dropping back, it's going to be Madden Gilliott as he completes a pass early here, picks up about 3 on the play. Second down. Gilliott, the junior for Nansemond-Suffolk. 6'3", 185. He's long. Second down and 7. Shotgun. This one's going to be handed off and has some room to go, and a nice little fight there from the running back. Right there getting the carry was Trent Harrison. So Harrison with a nice gain. Going to be just short of the first down marker. It's going to be 3rd and about 1. And here's a big play. You're going to see Atlantic Shore stack up the box here. Up tempo for Nansemond-Suffolk. Shotgun Gilead. Will hand it once again, and it looks like he's going to get there. Trent Harrison, and he will. And they will move the chains. First down, Nansemond-Suffolk. The Saints rolling with their shotgun formation once again. And Lake Shore's bringing it. And Gilead's going to keep it on the read option. He's got some room to go. And still fighting his way. He loses the football. Who has it? And it's going to be Atlantic Shores recovering. Atlantic Shores picks up the forced fumble. Gilead had a nice run going. Tried to stay on his feet, and he lost the ball. And Shores forces the turnover, and now we got an even game. So now out trots Michael Lance and the Shores offense once again, and they get a second life here to open up the game. Trips to the left for Lance, and he'll hand this one off. Fighting for yardage is Tress Williams once again, and he'll gain about a yard, maybe 2 yards on the play. Second down and long. Up tempo for the Seahawks. Lance going to throw to the out route. That's Josh Sibley, and he is fighting for yardage. A nice gain for the Seahawks. They're going to mark him down past the first down marker, so that'll be a first down. Josh Sibley, somebody that was so good a year ago for this Seahawk offense. Not the biggest guy of all time. 5'10", 185 pounds, but he is great in the slot. He's speedy. He can get open. His route running is outstanding. And a problem with the snap. Michael Lance can't pick it up. Ball's on the ground. And it's recovered. Nansemond-Suffolk. Another turnover. Wow. Saints football. And that's 3 turnovers already. And we're only a couple minutes into the first quarter. There was trouble with the snap. It looked like Lance had all the time in the world to pick it up, but he panicked. So now it'll be I formation, the old-fashioned I formation for the Saints. It'll be a handoff once again, getting it Trent Harrison. And a nice little pickup there on first down. 3 turnovers very early in this game. We get a pistol look now for the Saints. And it'll be a handoff to the fullback, who will gain about a yard or 2. It'll be 3rd and about 5, maybe 4. So 3rd and about 5. Shotgun. Gilead. Gonna throw across the middle and going through the hands of his receiver. And we got 4th and about medium. This would be a very deep field goal for high school range. It's decision time. They're changing personnel. It looks like they're going to try a field goal. This is going to be about a 44-yarder, it looks like. Give him a 44-yarder. A late substitution. 44-yarder for Henry Ross. Can he make it? Hold is down. And it's going to go wide right. So the possession coming out empty-handed for the Saints. And we have a defensive battle so far. 7 minutes, 15 seconds remain in this first quarter. And the Seahawks offense returns. So far, we've got an interception from Michael Lance, a fumble from Gilliott of the Saints, and then a bad snap for the Seahawks, and now a missed field goal. It looked like he might have had the distance on that field goal, just happened to go wide right. So Lance is in the shotgun. He'll hand it off. It's once again Trez Williams, and he'll get a nice gain on the play. There is a flag. Typically will mean a hold on the running play. It'll be a false start, actually. So that'll back up the Seahawks 5, and it'll be 1st and 15. And it is an empty set look for Michael Lance. 4 wide. Lance drops back. He fires, and a nice catch, Josh Sibley. And he lost the ball. He was already marked down, though. And that was a great gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and short. It's a good throw by Lance. Looked a bit gutsy. The corner was right there. But he fitted in there. And it was a good catch by Sibley as well. For a guy who's a little bit on the smaller side, a great catch. Lance going to drop back once again. It's going to be a receiver screen. That's going to be Colin Williams. And he'll be stopped right on that marker. It looks like they're going to mark him just short. Or no, they're going to move the chains. So it'll be 1st down Seahawks.
Short gain, but enough for the Seahawks. 1st down.
Lance empty set once again, and we got movement on that defensive line. It looks like it's going to go against the defense. And it will be 5 yards for offsides on the Saints. 1st and 5 for Atlantic Shores. So now we got a running back in the backfield. Trez Williams. Lance going to throw, however, and it's caught. Ben Saley. We'll make it 2nd and about 3.
2nd and 3.
Second and 3. Officials moving the ball from hash to hash. Trez Williams, Michael Lance in the backfield. And it's going to be a speed option. Lance is going to take it himself, and it'll be brought down immediately by this defensive front for NSA. And we got 3rd and short.
Number 33, James Adams. No gain on the play.
3rd and short for the Seahawks. What can they do? Speed option was covered really well. Lance had nowhere to go. Even if he pitched it to Trez Williams, he had nowhere to go either. Shotgun, 3rd and short. And we got flags. And this one's going to go against the offense. So we're going to have 3rd and about medium. Some confusion. It sounded like they wanted to make an audible. People were jumping around, and ultimately now it's 3rd and long. 3rd and about 8 to be. 3rd and about 8 to be exact. Shotgun, 3rd and long. What can the Seahawks dial up? Lance drops back, and he throws in a nice pass. That's Colin Williams, who gets a great gain on the play. And 1st down Seahawks. I'll say this about the Seahawks so far. Definitely not as explosive on the offensive front as they were a year ago with all the weapons they had. But they're moving the ball all right now. 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining on the 1st quarter. We apologize. Our scoreboard is not working, and we can't have it on the stream tonight. I'll try and keep you updated as best as I can. And the receiver screen, once again, going to Colin Williams, and he'll get a nice gain on the play. Get about halfway. 2nd and about 5, 2nd and 4. Lance is going to drop back. Has the screen on both sides. Now he has a man wide open deep. And incomplete. Took too long to get the ball to him. That was Ben Salih, who was wide open. He had the fake screens going and had the go route. He took way too long to find him, though. As a great play by the defensive back. I didn't catch his name, who it was. Being able to go disrupt that. And Salih coming off the field now. Nothing more he could have done. Scoring update. Western Branch taking on Catholic tonight. Is this a speed option? Pitched back. Trez Williams tries to fight. And it'll be 4th and short. I imagine the Seahawks will go for it here. Western Branch leads Catholic with 5:55 to go in the 1st quarter, 7-0. Cox leads on Bayside 3-0, 2:42 to go in the 1st quarter. Oscar Smith Warwick is a big one over there at Todd Stadium in Newport News. Oscar Smith leads that one 6-0, just under 8 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Lafayette leads War Hill 7-0. Hampton leads Lake Taylor, which is a big game, 6-0. And Maury and Varina are scoreless, 9 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Lots of great action going on around the 757 high school football tonight. And we'll get you more updates here throughout the night. Shotgun, Lance and Trez Williams both in the backfield. Lance drops back, tries to escape, and he'll be brought down on 4th down. And a turnover on downs, bringing him down. It was number 18. That is Jet Williams. Turned on the Jets to get to him. The defensive back blitzed and got Lance. I don't think the Seahawks offense realized that was 4th down. They're still on the field.
1st and 10, Nansemond-Suffolk on the Seahawks 49.
I don't know what's going on. The offense still on the field for the Seahawks. I guess not much of a personnel change. So Nansemond-Suffolk takes over at the Seahawk 49. Galliot looking to throw deep. And that's picked off. Picked off Eric Scott. It looks like he has some room to go. It was Eric Scott. There's a flag all the way back at the Atlantic Shores 26-yard line. Either I'm gonna predict that this is gonna take back the return. It'll be after the catch. See what the white hat has to say.
The Seahawks get the ball back with about 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Regardless of the situation, great play by Eric Scott. Not a great read for Galliot. Oh, we got a pass interference on the defense. So no, that interception will not hold up. And it'll stick with the Saints. Not only will it stick with them, they'll get 15 yards and a first down.
So the play has been called back as the Seahawks were flagged for pass interference.
Wow. I wasn't too sure. I was thinking it would be a hold that would send them back a little bit, but pass interference, and that's big for the Seahawks. They had a great play, a great return too, would have had great field position. But now the Saints, they have the ball at the opposing 34-yard line. And now they have a prime opportunity with just under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. So Galliot gonna pitch it back to his running back. A bit dangerous, but he made it happen. That was once again number 5, Trent Harrison.
Trent Harrison takes the pitch on the left-hand side. Tackle is made by Michael Lance. Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9.
Galliot, shotgun, and we got a false start. It looked like the receiver, Jack Sims, took off just a half a second early. And Sims getting subbed out immediately.
2nd and 13.
Empty set for Galliot. 2 receivers on either side of the field. And Lake Shores is bringing it. They bring 6. Galliot gets a throw off, and what a catch. Brought down by about 3 defenders. It looks like that's
Nice catch from number 11, Colton Beal.
Colton Beal, the tight end. A great contested catch. Seahawks brought it there. They've brought it a couple times now. They brought 6 there. 43 seconds and running in this first quarter. We've got a defensive battle brewing. At the end of the first quarter, Cox leads Bayside 3-0. And it'll be a design quarterback run for Galliot, and he'll gain about a yard or 2 on the play. Green Run has lead on Kellum. Only 6-0. Green Run, definitely the powerhouse in the Beach District. Only leads by 6 as of now. Kempsville leads Princess Anne 7-0. And Lake Taylor and Hampton now knotted up at 6. And that'll do it for the first quarter as the clock runs out. Saints ball on the Seahawk 17-yard line. That's going to wrap up our first quarter. We'll bring you more action and the second quarter coming up after this word from our sponsors.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
So if you're interested in buying one and getting hold of the competition, you can find those on the concourse on the pavilion end of the field. And we thank you for supporting our junior class.
And we're back here for the second quarter live from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine, as Galliott's going to roll out on the play fake, and he has a man wide open, complete. And gaining the first down is the Saints. Every day is sweet when we're serving you Blizzard treats like M&M's, cookie dough, Reese's, and my favorite, Oreo fudge brownie. Thanks for being our fans for all these years, and here's so many more. Dairy Queen, Lansdowne. We're fan food, not fast food. Shotgun. Weird looking formation here. Not exactly shotgun. It's going to be handed off to the receiver for the Saints, and he's looking to fight. And we'll get down to about the Seahawk 4-yard line. Right in there on the tackle was Josh Sibley. Interesting formation for the Saints here. And they'll fake it this time, give it to the running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. And that was the running back, Trent Harrison, getting into the end zone for the Saints. 6-0 Nansemond-Suffolk leads. The extra point pending from Henry Ross. And the extra point was blocked. No good. So the Saints take their 6-0 lead. We'll be back with kickoff after this word from Atomic Wings Chicken. Atomic Wings, big thanks to them for being a sponsor. Big thanks to Chicho's Pizza as well. Presenting sponsor for you tonight here on Cova Sports TV. NSA takes a 6-0 lead over Atlantic Shores. As Henry Ross looks to kick off for the Saints. Atlantic Shores moves the ball a little bit as that one's a pooch little kick to Josh Sibley, and he'll just run out of bounds. Seahawks have moved the ball some. They've kind of shot themselves in the foot with the fumble, 4 and out, bad interception on Michael Lance's part. So the Seahawks trail 6-0. Let's see what they're able to do against the Saint defense. Shotgun for Michael Lance. Right next to him is running back Trez Williams, and he'll give it to Williams. Williams gets a nice run on the outside. He breaks free. There he goes across the midfield, stripe and down at about the 44-yard line. I think they're going to mark him. And a great start to this offensive drive for the Seahawks. Trez Williams And now shotgun. Here comes that up tempo from the Seahawks that can be really dangerous if you're not careful. Let's see if they can keep up their success. A lot of people sacked in the box for the Saints, and they'll get to him this time, but not before gaining a couple yards, and not a bad look for a first down rush for Trez Williams once again. Jack Williams on the tackle there for the Saints. Shotgun once again, second and long. And Lance going to run this one himself on the read option. He'll be hit hard, and we got a flag there. I think that might be a horse collar tackle, some sort of personal foul. That's going to result in 15 yards for Atlantic Shores and a first down, if so. Let's see what the white hat has to say. Personal foul would be a face mask. Either way, it's going to be 15 yards and automatic first down for the Seahawks. So they'll move the chains. And a great look for the Seahawks offense starting out the second quarter. Coach Robbie Duncan not too happy. Got to play disciplined football. Shotgun for the Seahawks. Lance going to give it to Trez Williams. Williams will pick up a couple yards, and again, now that time not as much, but when you're on first down and you're handing the ball off, a couple yards is about as good as anything on a first down rush, and you happily take that. That time he only got a yard, unfortunately. It's always great to establish that run game, something that's kind of lost in today's game of football. And you love to see it in high school football a lot more. Got Josh Sibley lined up in that slot. I'd watch out for him towards the top of your screen. And we got movement on the line. And it'll be neutral zone infraction on the defense. Moving the Seahawks up 5 yards, which makes that yard they got earlier important because now it's second and short. This one's going to be pitched to Williams. Williams has some open space. There he goes. He is quick. Takes a hit and brought down past the first down marker. Another Atlantic Shores first down. They now have it on the Saints' 10-yard line, and here come the Seahawks. Ball on the 10-yard line. Seahawks trail 6-0. It's been a great game so far. Williams in the backfield with Lance. He has shown he is quick. He'll give it to Williams again, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 7-yard line, about 3-yard gain. Second and goal. Josh Simpson on the tackle. Like I mentioned before, a transfer from Western Branch. Had a nice time there. He's looked pretty good for the Saints thus far. Shotgun once again. And Lance looking to pass. He's going to throw the screen, or the slant pass, excuse me. And it is caught for the touchdown. Jaden Gurley gets the first touchdown of the game for the Seahawks. It's now 6-6. And if they make this extra point, they're going to take a lead. I apologize. I said screen. I don't know why I said screen. I meant to say slant. Atlantic Shore is going to try their extra point. Kicking for them will be... We're missing that number, unfortunately. Picks up, and it is also no good, so we're tied 6-6. That being said, we're going to take a quick time out and hear from CHKD Sports Medicine. We'll be back after this.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
The Virginia Beach Sportsplex would like to thank CHKD Sports Medicine Program for providing our certified athletic trainers. CHKD is home to the region's only comprehensive sports medicine program for young athletes. For same-day or next-day appointment availability, call CHKD Sports Medicine today at 668-PLAY. Again, that is 668-PLAY. Big thanks to the CHKD staff that's out here. Jimmy's out there somewhere. I saw him earlier. Jimmy from CHKD. I see him down on the corner. He is the greatest. Give CHKD a call today. So the kickoff for the Seahawks. And kind of an onside kick picked up by a Saint. And so the Saints with pretty good field position they're starting out with. Empty set look for Galliot to start off this Saint drive. Doubles on each side. Galliot will drop back, and he's throwing deep. And it is caught! And a big catch and reception for the receiver. It looked like that was Jack Sims. And it was. What a catch by Jack Sims over top of the Atlantic Shores defender. And look at this at the 32-yard line now for the Saints. Galliot going to drop back once again, and this screen is going to be jumped and caught this time by Sebastian Mitchell, who gets a nice gain on the play. Just short of the marker. And Coach Sunken wants an up-tempo, go quick, quick, quick. Second down and short. Galliot. Empty set. He drops back, fires to the near side, and that's incomplete. Did not make it to his intended receiver, which was once again Sebastian Mitchell. I formation look for NSA. And Galliot's going to roll out and find his man complete. And he won't be able to break the tackle, but gets mighty close. And he's brought down. No mark him at the 11-yard line. And Colin Williams' helmet came off. He's going to have to sit out a play. Good tackle by him, by the way. It was a full head of steam by that NSA receiver. I formation once again. Gives it to Harrison. Harrison fights his way forward. And a handful of Seahawks defenders right there to bring him down. Sounds about right. Trent Harrison. Second down and long for the Saints. Shotgun. Galliot drops back. There's a flag on the play as he finds his receiver complete. That was Colton Beal. And it looks like we're going to get a false start on the offense. That'll back him up 5. And it'll remain second down and long. It's a nice completion. That flag came a little late. Maybe an illegal formation. And it is a legal formation. I was right the second time, not the first time. This is the second quarter. Unfortunately, our scoreboard's not working for our stream tonight. Second quarter, Hunter Crawford. Second quarter, 5 minutes, 51 seconds to play. We are tied 6-6. Already shotgun for Gilliott. Madden Gilliott and a designed quarterback run. He's got some room to go. Some good blockers. There he goes towards the outside and fights his way forward for about 4 yards on the play. Designed quarterback draw. Always exciting when you have the quarterback who can be dynamic like that. Third and long for the Saints. What can they come up with? Empty set for Gilliott. 2 receivers on either side of the field. Gilliott drops back, and he's going to have to run. And he's met by a couple of Seahawks defenders and brought down well short of the first down marker. 4th and about medium, and on comes the field goal kicking team. Not successful on a field goal yet tonight. Had about a 44-yarder they attempted earlier. It was wide right, and then the extra point earlier was blocked. So they'll try this one from about, looks like, 29 yards out. Field goal goes up, and no good once again. It's always tough to see from this angle. It looked really good, had a lot of distance behind it. Unfortunately, missed it. And the Seahawks taking over possession. It's still tied 6-6 with 4.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. A couple of updates going on around the 757 in Hampton Roads. In the high school action, Lake Taylor leads Hampton 14-13, 17 seconds to go in the first quarter in that one. Windsor leads Prince Edward 14-0. Lafayette leads War Hill and Williamsburg 14-0. Brunswick trails Essex 28-0. Bayside leads Cox 6-3 late in the second quarter. Lake Taylor, I already said that score. Maury leads Verona 7-0. And Western Branch, how about this? Leading Catholic 21-0. A great look for the Bruins. Lance drops back for his first play, and a nice pass. Josh Sibley. That pass was for about 20 yards and a first down for Atlantic Shores. Great pass. Read the defensive zone very well. Josh Sibley definitely looking like the best receiver for the Seahawks right now. And Lance designed quarterback run is met right at the line of scrimmage. Before the line of scrimmage even, he'll lose a yard on the play. Second and long. Just over 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. 6-6 is your score. Tackle was by Shane Rogers Johnson. Second and long for Lance and the Seahawks. Play fake. Lance gonna fire complete And fighting for yards is Josh Sibley again and hit hard. A nice gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and short. Appreciate all of you tuning in to Cova Sports tonight to catch the Atlantic Shore Seahawks taking on Nansemond-Suffolk Academy Saints. As we have 3rd and about 2. Shotgun bunched up really tight. And that's going to be a defensive offsides. That one going against Thomas Alphen. And big for the Seahawks. Definitely wanted to go hard count there to try and get a man to jump, and they did. And that's going to be a 1st down for Atlantic Shores. Coach Wayne Lance doesn't even have to write anything up. Just over 3 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Atlantic Shores trying to get a lead before halftime. They did receive the ball first, so NSA will be getting the 2nd half kickoff. Coach Wayne Lance dials something up for his Seahawks. See what they do. Shotgun, trips to the right. Play fake, gonna find Sibley for the receiver screen. And Sibley has nowhere to go. Look at the defensive backs for NSA. About 2 yards gained on the play. Second and 8, 2:21 and ticking on the clock. This one handed off. Trez Williams has some room to go. There he goes towards the outside. He has some room to go. And finally will be brought down by Peyton Blair. But not before he gets all the way up to about the NSA 32-yard line. And a great gain as we've reached 2 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. Seahawks flipping the field. And it's going to be trips to the left. A great run. Trez Williams had a couple of those explosive runs tonight so far. He has looked good. Trips to the left. It has another receiver on the outside to the right. Lance is going to roll to the left, designed. He has nowhere to go in. A big sack for the D-line of NSA. That was number 11, Colin Beal. And Michael Lance did not look healthy after that, and he is limping his way off the field. We get an injury timeout. Huge explosive play for Colton Beal. And that just halted any momentum that the Seahawks just had. And now Lance is coming out of the game, so I don't know exactly who's going to go in at quarterback. Lance has been their guy for the last 3 years now for Coach Wayne Lance, his father. Trying to stay on his feet. He is hurt pretty bad. He is still limping off the sideline. So now it's on to the backup quarterback. It looks like that's going to be Jaden Gurley. Yes, it is Gurley. Freshman, by the way, getting time at quarterback at freshman. And Coach Wayne Lance is going to change the play up. Lance getting checked out on the table. And this one's going to be handed off to Trez Williams. Williams has room to go, gets to the outside, breaks the tackle. There he still goes towards the 1st down marker and finally brought down. And the officials will mark him right at the marker. It looks like they're going to give it to him. Maybe. No, just going to be just short. 3rd and inches. They don't get any closer than this. I'll tell you what, miscommunication there from Gurley to Williams on that handoff. It looked a bit ugly, like the ball could have came loose. 24 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Seahawks are out of time. They got to go quick. Gurley going to give it to Williams. Fights his way forward and brought down by a lot of Saint defenders. And now Lance is going to use a timeout, I'm sure. And he does. 4 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Does his kicker have the range to try and put this through? Again, we're still missing the name of the kicker. We apologize. We'll try and get that for you. Problem is, with the freshman at quarterback in Gurley, I think Coach Lance is a little bit scared to try something downfield. Four seconds remain in this first half. Timeout, Seahawks. We'll see what Coach Lance wants to do. It doesn't look like he's brought on the kicking team. So he's going to probably try and launch one, or he might just take a knee. I'm sure he wants to get this lead. Being like any coach at half, he wants to get a lead before the half. So we'll see what he has dialed up here. He's keeping his offense out onto the field, taking a lot of time to discuss it. And it looks like Lance is okay. He just ran out onto the field. And he wasn't even in the huddle that entire time. He just kind of ran out. And now, what do we got here? Gurley's going to stay on the field. Coming off the field is Ben Salee. So Lance is on the field. And who's going to... We got some miscommunications here. Lance is going to be at quarterback. So out goes Gurley at receiver. And we might get one final shot here from the Seahawks. 4 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see what they got. Lance is going to drop back. They're going to try something deep. Lance rolls out, throws deep, and incomplete. We got a flag on the field, though. Wow. That's going to be pass interference against the defense. At least I believe. So that means they're going to get one more play. They're going to get an untimed down. It's going to be 15 yards from where they were, an automatic first down. So the Seahawks are in field goal range. They get an untimed down. Let's see what Coach Lance wants to do now. Again, I don't know the range of the kicker. And I tell you what, that ball looked uncatchable. It's a bit of a questionable call. I'm not entirely sure. But you take what you can get if you're the Seahawks. It looks like they're keeping the offense out on the field. So they're not going to try the field goal. I think it's a prime opportunity to try and get the lead with the field goal. But Lance and company staying on the field. So one final untimed down to end the half. What do we got? Trez Williams to his right. Lance almost certainly going to take a shot to the end zone. Lance drops back. He fires towards the end zone. And that ball is caught for a touchdown. Touchdown, Seahawks. Eric Scott reels it in for the Seahawks. And they get a lead right before the half due to the defensive pass interference penalty. Unbelievable. The extra... Or no, they went for two. And the two-point conversion is good. So Atlantic Shores leads 14-6 going into the half. And how about that for Coach Wayne Lance and his Seahawks? A very bad mental error for NSA to have that pass interference at the end there, giving Atlantic Shores the untimed down. That's going to wrap up this first half. We got more action coming your way soon. But first, we got to hear from some of our sponsors that make it possible for us to do this here on Cova Sports TV.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
So at Acoustical Sheet Metal, culture is a huge thing for us, and we are a fairly large company, and we've grown a lot over the past 5 years. But one thing that we have not lost sight of is being a very tight-knit company and really treating everybody with respect day to day.
One of the things that is really a core value to me is I want to be visible with our people. How do you get your arms around everybody? One of the things that we do every week is we have a plant meeting, and we do that at our two facilities, and we do it at day shift and we do it at night shift. 98% of the time, I go to every one of those meetings. Even if I can't be visible all day or all night during your shift, I'm gonna do my darndest to see you once a week.
we have such growth and we're expanding so much. And the success we've had and the people that we've gained here has made all the difference in the world. We invest in our people, and when we do that, we continue that growth. You know, it all really comes down to people with the right attitude, the people who have the skills and the collaborative bent to work in this environment and help us grow. I couldn't be more excited about the future.
The ASC way to me, really means a great product with great quality being done safely by a company that really cares for their employees. The people is what is helping us grow and what is making us great. We really embrace that and just see the future that's evolving. I mean, the sky truly is the limit.
The ASC way to me is how we treat each other within this building and how we treat those that we work with outside of this building. Our customers, our suppliers. Our values are that everybody is treated with respect. What we do inside these four walls is the same as what we do outside these four walls. And that is of critical importance to me as the leader of this business.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators, losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there, because here, you are more. Onelife Fitness.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. You need John Maynard. PFP, LUTCF, EA, all those initials behind his name mean he's qualified to work on your taxes. He's an ATA, accredited tax advisor. He's an ATP, accredited tax preparer. He's a fellow at NTPI, the National Tax Practice Institute. And if all that weren't enough, he's also been voted the best of Norfolk and the best of Virginia Beach awards. John Maynard has been professionally trained in tax preparation and representation. He brings to the table over 30 years' experience in federal and state returns. He delivers personalized, one-on-one service, and he's a certified electronic filer. The IRS likes electronic filers. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service, 455-6763.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
It's 757 Saturday Sports Talk with Matt Hatfield and the one and only Coach Ed Young every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Cova Sports TV. From high school football and basketball to the NFL, MLB, college sports, and the NBA, if it's making headlines, they are breaking it down. Bold takes, big-time guests, and a few laughs, especially at the expense of that basketball coach, Ed Young. Catch it on Cox TV and your view, and don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube at Cova Sports TV.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service, 455-6763.
Everyone's getting toasted at Jimmy John's. I mean, sandwiches.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
Big thanks to Dairy Queen and all the sponsors that make it possible for us to do this thing here on Cova Sports TV. Also, a big thanks to Chicho's Pizza as well for being the presenting sponsor tonight of our matchup between Atlantic Shores and NSA. Chicho's, your way, 9 locations and counting. Pizza, wings, salads, wraps, calzones, and much more. Come for the food, save for the experience. Chicho's, food, family, fun. Big thanks to them tonight. With that being said, it is halftime here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine. Players are just now getting back on the field, stretching a little bit, as Atlantic Shores leads this one 14-6 after converting on a last-second touchdown and untimed out after a pass interference call. With that being said, it's 14-6 Atlantic Shores leads. We'll be back with the second half and more after this.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
So at Acoustical Sheet Metal, culture is a huge thing for us, and we are a fairly large company, and we've grown a lot over the past 5 years. But one thing that we have not lost sight of is being a very tight-knit company and really treating everybody with respect day to day.
One of the things that is really a core value to me is I want to be visible with our people. How do you get your arms around everybody? One of the things that we do every week is we have a plant meeting, and we do that at our 2 facilities, and we do it at day shift and we do it at night shift. 98% of the time, I go to every one of those meetings. Even if I can't be visible all day or all night during your shift, I'm going to do my darndest to see you once a week.
We have such growth and we're expanding so much, and the success we've had and the people that we've gained here has made all the difference in the world. We invest in our people, and when we do that, we continue that growth. You know, it all really comes down to people with the right attitude, the people who have the skills and the collaborative bent to work in this environment and help us grow. I couldn't be more excited about the future.
The ASC way to me, really means a great product with great quality being done safely by a company that really cares for their employees. The people is what is helping us grow and what is making us great. We really embrace that and just see the future that's evolving. I mean, the sky truly is the limit.
The ASC way to me is how we treat each other within this building and how we treat those that we work with outside of this building. Our customers, our suppliers. Our values are that everybody is treated with respect. What we do inside these four walls is the same as what we do outside these four walls. And that is of critical importance to me as the leader of this business.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
We're playing at the Plex tonight as we have a great football game for you. The Atlantic Shore Seahawks lead NSA the Saints 14-6 as we're about ready to get second half play resumed. A very bad mental error for NSA at the end of the first half as there was a pass interference call on the very last play of the half, and that gave the Seahawks an untimed down, made it manageable, and the Seahawks capitalized 100%, scoring the touchdown. So Atlantic Shores leads 14-6 as we enter this third quarter. As Atlantic Shore is looking to kick off now. As they won the coin toss, they elected to receive earlier. So we're about ready to roll. And that one, another one of those little pooch kicks, and there he goes. He has some room to run, and he outruns everybody, and he will finally be brought down. A good hawk down by Grayson Shipman, but not before the returner gets all the way up to the Atlantic Shore 21-yard line. What a start to the second half for NSA. So here's NSA. A little bit of trickery. I still don't know whether there's the ball. A lot of different fakes. Eli Acevedo is the name of your kicker, by the way. I've been missing him all night. And here's another handoff and a nice run for NSA. He's still fighting for yards, and he's finally down. That's Trent Harrison as he makes his way inside the 10-yard line. First and goal for Atlantic Shores. Interesting formations for the Saints now. The wing T offense, and this one handed off. Harrison fighting his way forward. Almost gets to the goal line, not quite. He'll be about a 2 yards short. That wing T offense for the Saints, you love to see it. Old school football. Looking like the Navy midshipmen, the Army Knights. Old school Georgia Tech offense. And a tight formation here. Got a man in motion. We got whistles and a flag on the play. And this might go against Atlantic Shores, it looks like. Got some substitutions happening. And it's offsides on the Seahawks. Second and goal, half distance at the goal line. And let's see what the Saints dial up here. Got that interesting formation going for him. I formation. Galliot. And it's the quarterback sneak. And he has all the room in the world. Touchdown, Saints. Nansemond-Suffolk Academy gets in on the quarterback sneak, and he didn't even have to sneak it in. He walked right on into the end zone. Now with a 2-point try to try and tie up the game. Coach Robbie Duncan couldn't have written it up better himself. 2-point try. This is massive for NSA to try and tie up this game. Here's the 2-point try. Wing T formation. Man goes in motion. They'll give it. And it looks like quarterback took it himself, and he will get into the end zone, and we got ourselves a tied game. Looks like Galliot took it himself. And how about that? We're tied 14-14. We're going to take a quick timeout and hear about 757 Saturday Sports Talk after this.
It's 757 Saturday Sports Talk with Matt Hatfield and the one and only Coach Ed Young every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Cova Sports TV. From high school football and basketball to the NFL, MLB, college sports, and the NBA, if it's making headlines, they are breaking it down. Bold takes, big-time guests, and a few laughs, especially at the expense of that basketball coach, Ed Young. Catch it on Cox TV and your view, and don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube at Cova Sports TV.
Live here from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine. That's right, 757 Saturday Sports Talk. You don't want to miss any of it. Every Saturday morning, beginning right around 10 o'clock, Matt Hatfield and the evil basketball coach, Coach Ed Young, as they have their show going every Saturday morning, covering all things 757, high school football, high school basketball, the college football scene, their NFL picks, and much more. You don't want to miss any of the action right here on Cova Sports TV. And this is going to be an onside kick. That ball bounces up high, and the ball's still loose. The ball's still loose, and it'll go out of bounds. So it'll be a kick out of bounds, and Atlantic Shores will get the ball. I'll tell you what, that ball could not have taken a better bounce if you're NSA. The way it bounced up high and over the head of a Seahawk. And a great job by NSA. Just could not get on top of the ball, unfortunately. So the Seahawk offense trots back out onto the field. What can Michael Lance style up? He seems to be perfectly okay. He took a really rough hit earlier in the second half, but he's been pretty good ever since. Shotgun look. This one handed off Trez Williams. Williams has room to go. Makes one man miss, goes to the outside, and gets all the way to about their own 41-yard line. Second down and short. This one handed off Trez Williams once again, and he will be brought down. Look at the defensive line for NSA. A loss of about 1. I think the refs were pretty generous. They gave him the benefit for they gave him the forward progress. It'll be 3rd and 4. I think that could have easily been 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8. Great job by the NSA defensive line. Shotgun, Lance. Drops back, and the defensive line getting to him. He's going to have to roll out to the left. He stays on his feet, and he's still on his feet, and he will just run out of bounds, and not a great move by Lance instead of throwing it away. And granted, it was 3rd down anyways, but now he lost a lot of yards, could have remained it 4th and manageable to at least have a chance to go for it. So it'll be 4th and extra long, and out trots the punt team for the Seahawks. People in the audio room having a little extra fun right now, as we've had that burst of noise a couple times, and it is what it is. So Atlantic Shores to punt. And we got flags on the field. I'll tell you what, it's probably for the better. That snap went way over Michael Lance's head. That'll be false start, back up the Seahawks 5. So 4th and extra long now as the Seahawks try and get this punt off. Tied 14-14. Michael Lance back deep to punt for the Seahawks, and he will get it off. It'll bounce at about the 48-yard line, and it'll take a pretty balanced bounce, and the Seahawks will down it at about the Saint 42. And we'll keep it right here. Excuse me. Yeah, about the Saint 42. Some miscommunications with the Seahawk defense. Coach Lance trying to get his personnel out there. As now he has all 11 on the field. Was missing one a moment ago. Alrighty, the Saint offense, what do they got? Dropping back, Galliot finds his man complete on the mesh concept and brought down hard by Noah Gallier. But a nice catch and reception for Colton Beal, who had that big sack earlier for the Saints. Nice mesh concept, drag route. I'll say this, Michael Lance getting checked out once again on the medical table. Looking at film while he does it. I'm sure he's fine, just precautionary reasons with the team trainer looking at that. Looks like that right ankle, that right calf maybe. Whatever it is, shotgun now for the Saints. And they're going to move to pistol, create some confusion. Rolling out is Galliot. He has some room to go. And he's going to take off, makes one man miss, and spins out of another one, and finally brought down. And he'll get the forward progress at about the 44-yard line of the Seahawks, and a great scramble and first down for the Saints. And we got a player down. I can't quite tell who that is. So we'll get an injury timeout. We're going to step aside during this injury timeout and hear from... Take a timeout and hear from Gatorade.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries.
Gatorade. Stay hydrated with Gatorade. Good to look at the local scoreboard now. What's going on all over the 757? At the half, Surrey County leads Lancaster 22-14, getting that 2-point conversion before the half. At the half, Lake Taylor and Hampton are tied. Churchland has a lead over Bethel 21-14 at the half. Bayside now up on Cox 20-10. Bayside looking to turn things around in that program. Just over 7 minutes to play in the third quarter in that one. Oscar Smith leads over Warwick 18-0. Kind of disappointing for Warwick, as Oscar Smith leads right now at the half. Dinwiddie has a 34-6 lead over Granby in the second quarter. At the half, Woodside out of Newport News leads Grassfield 28-7. Southampton's defeating John Marshall 41-0. Western Ranch at the half leads Catholic 35-0. Lafayette at the half leads Warhill 14-6. Maury and Varina are tied 7-7 at the half. Varina out of Richmond. A big game, and I'll tell you what, Maury not looking like their usual self right now. With that being said, it's time to get back to the action as we resume play. Shotgun for Galliot. And he's going to keep it himself on the read option. He'll be hit hard. Right there on the tackle, Josh Long. Looked like it was Josh Long. It was either Josh Long or it was Omarion Chevrolet. The injured Seahawk, by the way, was Eric Scott, the senior playing receiver and corner. He's had a couple of huge explosive plays tonight for the Seahawks, and that is a blow for the Seahawks if he isn't able to return. And we got flags all over the field. I think this is going to be a false start. It's going to come back 5 yards. Great crowd here at the Sportsplex tonight for Atlantic Shores' home opener. Atlantic Shores has been in action the last couple of weeks. They're 1-1 on the season. They took a loss in the opening week a couple weeks ago to Fredericksburg Christian at Fredericksburg Christian, who had a battle with them last year, by the way, and lost to them. They lost 27-16 a couple weeks ago. Last week, they defeated Roanoke Catholic at Roanoke 48-16. And this one passes incomplete, just a bit overthrown. After this one, Atlantic Shores will get another home game next week right here at the Sportsplex. They'll be playing Norfolk Academy. And then the week after that, September the 19th, they will get North Cross. North Cross been one of the dominant forces to reckon with in this division. with Atlantic Shores. Dropping back, Galley. We got another flag on the field. Might be an offsides. He's looking deep. Receiver fell. Refs are saying there was no contact there. He was triple teamed. But I do think we're going to get an offsides. Let's see what the flag was. It was right at the line of scrimmage, right when the play was snapped. What do we got? We're getting a legal formation, actually, on the offense, so that'll back him up 5. And that'll make it 4th and long. A lot of confusion on both sidelines here. And another player came on for Atlantic Shores. I think that puts him at 12. No flag thrown by the referee as that punt bounces at about the 15-yard line, continues to bounce. It takes the NSA bounce, and look at that punt. They'll get it. Atlantic Shores will take over at their own 5. I'm not too sure. I feel like Atlantic Shores might have had 12 on the field there. It looked like they already had 11 when they made that late substitution. So we're all tied up 14-14 here as Atlantic Shores takes over at their own 5-yard line. It's been a great game thus far. Defensive battle, a lot of turnovers. Not necessarily the most sound football we've seen. Shotgun for Lance. Let's see what they're able to do. Doubles. 2 receivers on either side of the field. They got Sibley lined up in that slot. It's always dangerous. They also got Colin Williams on the outside. He's made a couple plays tonight. Also, just like Sibley, really small, 5'9" listed. I feel like he's a bit taller than that. That drops back. He's going to find Sibley on a bit of a little hitch, and he'll get about 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and long. Shotgun for the Seahawks. Lance drops back, and he's looking over the middle on a post route and almost picked off by one hand by Peyton Blair. He went up there for it, could not come down with it. That was double coverage, not a great read by Michael Lance. And now it's going to be 3rd and about medium, 3rd and about 6 or so. Coach Wayne Lance trying to dial something up here, and you don't want to punt from this deep in your own territory, but it might be what they need to do if they can't convert. Shotgun. Trez Williams lined up in the backfield with Lance. Doubles once again. Lance drops back. They are coming after him, and that ball is caught by Josh Sibley, and they will give him the 1st down by about 1.5 yards. Man, I'll tell you, NSA brought the pressure there. They blitzed the crap out of Lance, and Lance did a great job getting rid of the ball quickly and getting the 1st down. Money, money, says the coach, yelling money. trying to get their play call straight. Hand it off, Williams. Finding his way forward. A nice quality gain of about 3 yards. Maybe 4. 7 down. And we got people jumping. Let's see what we get here. That'll go against the defense at 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and short. 2nd and about 2 or 3. Second and 1 even closer than I thought. So giving to Williams. Trez Williams has some room. Breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle, and stretches his way forward, way past the first down marker. In fact, he'll get to about the Seahawk 35. First down, Seahawks. Lance going to hand this one off once again to Trez Williams. We get a nice gain on the play of about 3. 2nd down. Bayside leads on Cox 20-10 at the end of the 3rd. Moore and Verina still 7-7. Still tied up 7-7 as this one handed off once again. In the middle of the 3rd quarter. As Amari Carter, the UVA commit for Verina, came up with a big interception in the end zone when Maury was getting ready to score. Western Branch leads Catholic 42-0. The Bruins looking really good. New quarterback for Western Branch, David Ortell, has gotten the job done so far for the Bruins. He picked up a big win, beat Menchville last week, and Western Branch been looking good. Green Run, the Beach Powerhouse, finally starting to light up the scoreboard against Kellam. 27-3 is that score early in the 3rd quarter. At the half, Ocean Lakes asserting their original dominance they used to have in the 2010s over First Colonial, 29-0. And that ball is thrown up and almost picked off. Coaching staff wants a flag. They're not going to get it. Josh Sibley is not big enough to moss 3 defenders like that. Windsor up on Prince Edward 20-0. 10 minutes ago in the 3rd quarter. Kempsville leads 28-0 at the half against Princess Anne. Lansdowne leads 7-0 on Tallwood early in the 3rd quarter. Surrey County beating Lancaster 22-14. And that's about all the score updates we got. Lots of great stuff happening around the 757 right now. Friday Night Lights, they are back as we're set in a punt formation for Atlantic Shores, 4th and medium. Lance punts it. Not a bad punt. It'll bounce at about the 31, and it'll take a NSA bounce, and they've got to down that one, and they will. Downing it was number 24. That is Michael Lee, I believe. I'll try and check that for you. With that being said, though, we're going to take a quick timeout and we're going to hear from Cova Painting.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
That's right, Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000. Again, that's 757-550-7357. Mention the Sportsplex when you give them a call. So Galliot hands it off as NSA begins their drive. Trip Harrison, that was. We're still tied 14-14, a minute 40 seconds remain and counting in the third quarter, as this one's going to be handed off to the receiver. And look at the Shores defensive line all over him. Right there for Shores. Kalen Curry. And we got some whistles and an NSA player down. So out trot the training staff. And he looks hurt bad. Maybe a cramp. Not entirely sure. With that, we're going to take another time out and hear from CHKD Sports Medicine.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
Big thanks to CHKD Sports Medicine for being one of the sponsors here at the Sportsplex and here on Cova Sports TV. As the injured player on the play was carrier Sebastian Mitchell, and he seems to be getting up and off the field on his own power, which is great to see. Good little applause from the fans. Some coaches trying to get some last orders across before this ball is snapped. Third and extra long. Shotgun for Galliot. Drops back. He tries to run, and hawking him down. He breaks the tackle, actually, and he's still on his feet, and he'll eventually be brought down. Right there was Michael Lee once again. He broke the sack. It looked like it wasn't going to go well. Now it's 4th and medium. It looks like the punt team is going to come out onto the field. So the punt for NSA does get off, and it's a line drive and go out around the Seahawk 35. In fact, it'll be way further. I completely missed that. The 45. That's where the Seahawks will take over. I'm going to take the chance to tell you about Nando's. Located directly at Town Center's Fountain Plaza, Nando's Virginia Beach restaurant is helping the people of Virginia Beach find their spicy place, one piece of flame-grilled peri-peri chicken at a time. Always fresh, never frozen. Our chicken is marinated in peri-peri for 24 hours and flame-grilled to order in the heat level of your choice. And a little secret you may not know, we partner with small-scale farmers in southern Africa to source our authentic peri-peri chilies. Nando's in Virginia Beach. Very great chicken. I've been there. Be sure to go check them out. This one's going to be pitched to the tailback that time. We're missing that number as well. We'll try and get some of these numbers for you. Shane Rogers Johnson on the tackle. And that'll do it for the third quarter as the time ticks away. The Atlantic Shore Seahawks have the ball at their own 35-yard line. With 12 minutes to play as we're all tied up 14-14. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back after this.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
And we're back here live at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine, for the fourth and final quarter of this one, as we're all tied up between the Atlantic Shore Seahawks and NSA 14-14. As Josh Sibley's going to take off. He lost the football, but it's picked up by an Atlantic Shore offensive lineman. It looks like that's Josh Long, who was in the right place at the right time. Audio people are having a really rough night here at the Sportsplex. We apologize if you keep hearing those spurts of anything. With that being said, though, great carry for Josh Sibley. Just got to hang on to the football.
First and 10 Seahawks on the Saints 48.
I'll say this, Eric Scott's still on the table for the Seahawks. Has some ice. I don't know how his status is. This one's handed off once again to 24, which we don't have a number or a name for. Still missing that name. There's a chance it's John Colbank. I doubt it, though. He's listed as one of the backup running backs for Atlantic Shores, but I see him on the sideline, and he's not getting in the game. Doesn't have a helmet or anything. Not entirely sure who that is. Trez Williams has been the main guy tonight, and he's back in there in the backfield. Michael Lance fires and incomplete. Tried to catch Colin Williams on the far sideline towards the top of your screen, and instead it's incomplete. And we got ourselves 3rd and long, a pivotal play coming up for the Seahawks. They need to figure something out. Shotgun for Lance. Lance drops back, steps up into the pocket. He has a lot of room to run. He ran by the entire defensive line, and he's still on his feet. And the ball came loose. I think they're going to mark him down, and they will. Lance took a big hit, but he got the first down. And Lance is down once again, grabbing his leg. I don't know if it's the same leg as it was earlier that had gotten worked on. Lance did a great job stepping up in the pocket and seeing all the space he had, because the NSA defense set that contain up, and they had nobody over the middle to get him. And Lance, I'll tell you, he's one of the smaller people on the Seahawks team. And if he gets hit, it doesn't take much to rattle him. Looks like he might be all right. He's trying to get up on his own power. Maybe not. His helmet came off. And, yeah, he's down. So we're going to take a quick timeout, and we will come back in just a moment after we hear from Town Bank.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
That's right, Town Bank. At Town Bank, you'll find experienced bankers who are available, reachable, accessible, and have your best financial interests at heart. On or off the field, serving others, enriching lives is what we do. Call or visit townbank.com and find your banker today. Again, that is townbank.com. Michael Lance getting off with some help of the trainer and another coaching personnel. And it doesn't look great for him as he's limping. I think that's the exact same leg that was hurt earlier tonight. So coming in, I'm sure, will be Jaden Gurley. I'll tell you what, he's a freshman. Getting a freshman quarterback in this kind of situation is definitely not ideal. We'll see what he'll be able to do. I would expect Atlantic Shores to run the ball a lot more now. The freshman getting his opportunity. Lance is standing on his own power on the sideline as he gets onto the medical bench. So we'll have it. In fact, he's walking away from the table. But the trainer tells him, no, you get back on the table. So this one's handed off. Williams, as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and long. Jaden Gurley trying to make a name for himself. He play fakes. He's going to run himself. And he gets around one person. And he got popped. The ball came loose. And who has the football? And it looks like Atlantic Shores retains possession. Referee says, I got black, signaling he's got the black uniform having the ball. Atlantic Shores in their all-black unis. They have a lot of great combinations of uniforms. Tonight they went with the all-black and the blue helmets. Jaden Gurley had a nice run going, but man, he got blown up and that ball went flying out. He got lucky. One of his offensive linemen were in the right place at the right time. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now. I'll tell you, Coach Lance can't be happy. He gives his freshman quarterback one chance to run and he loses the football. 3rd and long, pistol formation. Might have to pass here. Are they going to play it safe? And Atlantic Shores is going to take a timeout, actually. I don't think they wanted to burn one, but they did. And they'll talk things over. With that being said, we're going to take a timeout with them. And we're going to hear from AstroTurf.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
AstroTurf. Since 1965, the AstroTurf brand has been driven by forward-thinking ingenuity. Today, AstroTurf continually improves its system design to deliver playing surfaces with the most realistic sport-specific performance, longest-lasting durability, and sound player protection. AstroTurf. Big thanks to them. Brand new AstroTurf now on the Sportsplex field. It looks beautiful. Was installed back in the winter. A couple scoring updates, by the way. Verina takes the lead over the Maury Commodores. The defending state champs are down 13-7 with 2 minutes 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We got 3rd and long. Micah Lance is back in the game after going down for a second time. Empty set, trips to the right, 5 men wide. Lance going to throw over the middle, and it's going to be picked off. Picked off by Shane Rogers Johnson, and he'll go down. We got a flag on the field. A bad read by Micah Lance. And the Saints take advantage. Wow. Let's see what this flag is. Coach Lance cannot be happy with the sun after that one. I think it's going to go against the Seahawks. Or no, it will go against the Saints. but it was after the interception. Lance is still limping on the sideline. I don't know if he's 100% good to go. He went for that post route, and there was linebackers all over the place. But he's not going to the medical table. So now the Saints have their own opportunity at their own 30-yard line with 8:45 to go in the fourth. I formation. They're going to hand it off. That's their running back, Trent Harrison, and he's going to gain about a yard, if that. Second and long.
Trent Harrison on the carry. Brad Colbeck on the tackle. 8 of 1. Second and 9.
Second down and long. I formation once again. This one's going to be pitched to Harrison. Harrison trying to find some room on the outside. And the Seahawk defensive line is all over him, forcing a huge loss of yards. A loss of about 5 on the play.
Trent Harrison on the carry.
It's going to be third and about 14. And now it's going to be one-dimensional. You have to pass if you're NSA unless you want to play it safe. Wishwasher, the score is 14-14. We apologize, we don't have our scoreboard working on the stream today. 14-14, 7 minutes, 40 seconds remain. Galliot drops back, moves laterally, still has time, all the time in the world. Josh Long gets after him, and he makes a throw, and that ball is intercepted. And he's still running. We've got whistles all over the place, people down on the turf. And let's see what the refs decide. It looked like it was a nice catch by NSA that was picked off after he bobbled it. Lots of confusion. Refs discuss. And it looks like they waved off the interception maybe, but I don't know what the ruling is. If it's incomplete, it all happened so fast. He had all the time in the world, Galliot. It looks like they're saying the ball bounced. I'm looking at the replay right now. It's really hard to tell. It was almost an amazing catch. He lost the ball. The question is, did it hit the ground or not? Refs still discussing. This is a huge play. 7 minutes, 20 seconds remain as we're still tied up 14-14. The end of the third quarter, Verina leads Maurice 13-7. The defending state champs in trouble again after they lost an out-of-state game last week in North Carolina. Kempsville leads PA 35-0. Lansdowne up on Tallwood 19-0. Bayside leads Cox 20-13 with 5.5 minutes to play. Lafayette leads War Hill 17-6. 7:40 to go in the third quarter. Hampton leads Lake Taylor 28-21, and refs finally dispersing. They're going to talk with the coaches, see what they have to say. And it looks like Atlantic Shores might have gotten the ball based on the reaction, and they did. Unbelievable. What a turn of events for the Seahawks. A huge play. I believe it was, I don't recall who got it, but it was a big interception.
So the play was a tipped pass and intercepted by the Seahawks, number 17, Ace Rasmussen on the interception.
Musin on the interception. Missing that name as well.
Just over 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
7:20 to go. A big interception for the Seahawks. now they got to put something together offensively. They've pretty much struggled all night, as both sides have. And we got a flag on the field. I'm thinking there's going to be a delay of game. Let's see what we got. Refs talking to each other through their mics. And we got a timeout called by Coach Wayne Lance and the Seahawks. That's their second. They only have one remaining. With that being said, we're going to again take a timeout with them and hear about Onelife.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. Onelife Fitness.
That's right, Onelife, one inspired life. We're here to help. Start your new membership today at any one of our 8 convenient Hampton Roads locations, or go online at onelifefitness.com to claim a free, that's right, F-R-E-E, free trial pass. Onelife Fitness. Again, that is onelifefitness.com. Second time out of the half burned by Coach Wayne Lance. They have one remaining as we're tied 14-14 with 7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. I formation as this one's going to be handed to Williams. Williams has some room to go on the outside, and he will step out of bounds, not before getting all the way to about the opposing 25-yard line. That'll move the chains for a Seahawk first down. So they look and try to get a late lead here on the Saints. It's been a great defensive battle. Strong formation. Punched in sight. And a bit of a bobble on the handoff, but he got it to him. Trez Williams, he'll gain about a yard on the play if that. Second down. And I don't know if Coach Wayne Lance is too confident in his son's ability to throw the ball right now, with him being a bit banged up and having a couple bad reads tonight. Might I add, this is only, I gotta check this. It's listed only junior season for Michael Lance. That might be correct. He is definitely, he's been starting since day one. Lance under center, hands it off. Trez Williams, who has another nice strong run before he's finally brought down about the 18-yard line. It'll be short of the first down marker. In fact, they'll give him the 19. Third and 4. Big play here. Lance under center. Has a hard count. Tries to get him to jump. Nothing doing. So they're going to change the play. Lance. Hands it off. Trez Williams. Williams has room to go. He'll get the first down and more. And get all the way inside the 10-yard line. And another first down for the Atlantic Shore Seahawks. And we get another timeout called. This time will be by the Saints. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in just a moment after we hear from John's Tax Service.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. You need John Maynard. PFP, LUTCF, EA, all those initials behind his name mean he's qualified to work on your taxes. He's an ATA, accredited tax advisor. He's an ATP, accredited tax preparer. He's a fellow at NTPI, the National Tax Practice Institute. And if all that weren't enough, he's also been voted the best of Norfolk and the best of Virginia Beach Awards. John Maynard has been professionally trained in tax preparation and representation. He brings to the table over 30 years' experience in federal and state returns. He delivers personalized, one-on-one service, and he's a certified electronic filer. The IRS likes electronic filers. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service, 455-6763.
We're back here live at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine. That was John's Tax Service. We'll tell you more about them in just a moment here as we have first and goal for the Seahawks in another strong I formation. This one handed off to Trez Williams. Trez Williams has some room to go. He almost hurdles a guy and is finally brought down inside the 5. John's Tax Service is a proud community supporter of local youth sports, providing tax preparation and retirement planning services. John's Tax Service and JPM Financial Services have been serving all of Hampton Roads for over 20 years. We're the best thanks to you, John's Tax Service. Second and goal from about the 3-yard line. Another strong I formation as they have all drive long. It's worked out for them. Handoff. Williams, he'll be stuffed right before the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's going to be third and short. Third and goal from the 1. 4 minutes, 44 seconds, and running. We're tied 14-14. We have a couple huge plays coming up. Could go Philadelphia Eagles style from last night. Maybe a tush push from the Seahawks. A quarterback sneak. What's it going to be? Big play here. Lance, QB sneak. And it looks like he's short. The D-line of the Saints hold him short. We've got 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Huge stop from the defensive line of the Saints. And now what do you do if you're Coach Lance? He's going to keep the offense on the field. Try and go for 6. Huge play incoming. Really tight I formation. Crowd getting into it. A little bit of movement. Changing the play call. Some noise coming from the Saints fans that made the trip to Virginia Beach. Under center, Michael Lance. Gets the ball, hands off, and the ball is loose. Who has it? Whoever recovered it, it doesn't matter. They're short of the end zone. And it's Saints football. Unbelievable. High pressure moment for Michael Lance in the offense. They couldn't get it done. And now the Saints have the ball at their own 1-yard line. Now they got to be careful themselves to not give up a safety. 3.5 minutes to play in this 4th quarter. What a defensive stand. Multiple plays in a row for the Saints defense. Now what do you do if you're the Saints? You got to be careful. Don't want to give up that safety. You give up the safety, that's enough points for the Seahawks to take the lead and get the ball. I formation, they'll give it to the fullback, and he will gain yardage. They'll give him 2 yards. 2nd down and long, and right there, that's all you want to do. Just at least give yourself a tad more breathing room to work with. 3 minutes, 17 seconds, and counting. Clock is on the Saints' side right now. They've got to get out of their own territory, though. What a game we've had for the home opener for Atlantic Shores. 14-14. 3 minutes to go. An unbelievable defensive stand. This one, handed off. And some room to go. That's Trent Harrison, and gets a nice gain. Gonna be just short of the first down marker, it looks like. So it's going to be 3rd and 1, and a huge play coming up now. Even if Shores gets them to 4th down, that punt is never a guarantee when you're deep in your own territory like this. Big play coming up. I formation. 3rd and 1. Seahawks trying to make a defensive stand. The snap is bad. The ball's on the ground. Who has it? And it looks like the Saints recovered their own fumble. And it'll be 4th and medium. They're going to have to bring on the punt team, I'd imagine. As the clock is running, if you're Coach Lance, you might want to use your final timeout here. It looks like he's going to elect not to. 1:42 to go and counting. And this is a tough punt deep in your own territory. The ball is marked at about their own 8-yard line. Some noise being made from the crowd. A tight punting formation. And we get a timeout called by the Saints, I believe. I didn't see where the ref signaled. Regardless, 1:26 to go. A timeout is called. It's tied 14-14. And we'll be back after this. The Saints did take the timeout. We'll be back after this word from the Coast Guard.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
We're back here live at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine. What a game we've had brewing here for the last several hours, as we're all tied up 14-14, as it's 4th and short for the Saints with 1:26 to play. So I'd imagine they're punting this ball. They got to get it off. You can't get blocked. They are insane. Actually, they're lining up by formation. They're going to go for it. They might be trying to get him to jump. I'd imagine that's what they're doing. No, they're running a play. Galliot rolls out to the left. He has some room to go. He gets the first down. Wow. Very gutsy play call for Coach Duncan and them over at NSA. We got some whistles. And what do we got? 1:19 on the clock. We're stopped. Madden Galliot rolled out to the left. It looked like it was designed. I guess a timeout was called by the Saints, it looks like. Nansemond-Suffolk takes their second timeout. We'll keep it right here and give you an update on some of the local scores going on around the 757 Friday Night Lights. Kempsville 49-0 lead over Princess Anne, blowing them out. 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Kings Fort, first time we've heard their name. They're playing Wise out of Maryland. They're up 14-12, middle of the fourth quarter. Bayside defeats Cox 27-13. Western Ridge defeats Catholic 63-0. What a day for Western Ridge. And we're back here. Galliot gonna drop back, fires. That ball's dropped right through the hands of receiver Jack Sims. He had a great look. Would have been a big completion, but dropped it. Lucky no Seahawks were there to pick it. Hampton leads Lake Taylor 34-21. Not looking good for the Titans of Lake Taylor, trying to return to glory. Not looking great. Lansdowne leads Tallwood 27-0. Oscar Smith up on Warwick 18-6. That's about all the score updates we got. And throwing deep, Galliot looking for a man, and it's incomplete. He could not find the ball. The intended receiver, Colton Beal, had him open, couldn't quite get it to him, and it's going to be 3rd and long. Big 3rd and long. 1 minute, 6 seconds remaining. Galliot, empty set, drops back. They're coming after him. Finds his man complete. Has some room to go, but tackled. I believe that was Sebastian Mitchell. And they're just short of the first down marker. 4th and 1 rather. And they went for the one earlier. They're going to let that clock run just a yard short, and this is a pivotal point. If you don't get this, Atlantic Shores has a chance to win it. And a timeout is called by NSA, as expected. We'll keep it right here. 36 seconds remain in this one. Tied 14-14. As NSA just burned their third and final timeouts. However, the Atlantic Shores band, what are they? They are happy, playing the happy tunes. As coaches discuss this final one, Coach Wayne Lance, Coach Robbie Duncan. Trying to figure out their final game plan for these final 36 seconds. Might be staring down OT. We'll see. Here we go. 4th and 1. NSA set to go for it. Doubles. 2 receivers on either side of the field. Sack in the box is Atlantic Shores. They're coming after him. Quarterback's going to take off. Galliot will get the first down and more. And they got to go no huddle. They got to go quick. 30 seconds on the clock. Clock stops on the first down. And they're looking to spike it really quick. No. Galliot under center. And he will spike it. 26 seconds remain as the chain's finally getting set. It's going to be just short. Looks like about their own 28-yard line. What does NSA have dialed up to try and win this football game? Got to be careful. Don't want to throw an interception, and then Atlantic Shores has the same opportunity. Atlantic Shores still has 1 timeout remaining. NSA, no timeouts remaining. Galliot, empty set, drops back. And he misses, breaks 1 sack. He floats it, and it's intercepted. No, they're going to call him out of bounds. Josh Sibley came down with it, but they're saying he was not in bounds. And a tough break for the Seahawks, a big break for Nansemond-Suffolk. Sibley almost just flipped the game script completely. It's a shame he was out of bounds. I'm going to look at the replay right now, see what I saw. It's tough to see from up here in the booth. It looks like he might have been out. It was really close. Quarterback tried to improvise. It was really close. The ref there has the best judgment. Galliot drops back. Empty set. Moves around the pocket. Avoids a couple sacks. He throws across the middle. And it's caught. What a catch. And they got to get to the line. That was Colton Beal. After bobbling it, he got the catch 8 seconds to go. They got to get to the line. They got to spot the ball. Still 8 seconds. Clock is stopped. But there's a flag on the play back at their own 29-yard line. And what can this be? And it looks like an illegal man downfield on the offense, so that's going to come back. Unbelievable. Just wondering why the clock was stopped forever. It's because they had a flag on the field. And now they're all the way back at their own, and they're getting ready to walk it back now. Could be about their own 23-yard line, maybe. So 8 seconds remain on the clock. And it looks like they might just run this clock out. And we got a flag. The clock ran to 0. So I'm thinking this will do it for regulation. False start on the offense. And that'll do it for regulation. We are headed for overtime here in Virginia Beach. Atlantic Shores 14, Nansemond-Suffolk 14. We've got more action coming your way shortly after this.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there, because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Coin toss is over for overtime. They didn't announce who won, but I believe the way it's going to work, each team will get a chance at the opposing 10-yard line and go as long as it takes, college football style. Overtime here in the home opener for Atlantic Shores. By the way, it's a final. Green Run beats Kellum 55-3. Lafayette up on the Lions 17-6. Wise of Maryland now leads Kings Fork 19-14 with just over 7 minutes to play. It looks like Atlantic Shores is going to play defense. NSA will be on the offense. Norfolk Academy beats Hampton Roads Academy 42-6. Kempsville's leading Princess Anne 49-0 at the end of the third quarter. Bayside beats Cox 27-13. And it will be at the 10-yard line. You have 4 downs to score. What does NSA have dialed up? Coach Robbie Duncan trying to pick up the win for NSA. They are also 1-1 on the season. They took a big loss opening the year against North Cross 62-0, and then they beat Isle of Wight Academy 46-0. Here we go. Wing T type of set for NSA. And it'll be a pass. They're looking towards the end zone. And he is in bounds. Touchdown pass, NSA. What a play on the first play of overtime. The pass from Galliot. Can't exactly tell who had the reception. What a play regardless. And NSA takes a 6-point lead. We'll see how the extra point goes. What a play for this Nansemond-Suffolk offense. The Saints, they're going to line up for 2. Wing T once again. And this one going to the running back. And he has all the space in the world. That's Trent Harrison. And the 2-point conversion is good. 14-22. And now Atlantic Shores will have to match that. So now Atlantic Shores getting their opportunity at the opposing 10-yard line. Big moment here for Micah Lance and his dad, Coach Wayne Lance. What a play that was. What a throw from Galliot and the receiver catching that ball. Here we go. I formation, Michael Lance. What does he have? Under center. Snap. Handoff. Williams has nowhere to go. Tress Williams, nowhere to go. Second down and long. I'll say this, ever since Michael Lance went down for the second time, when he got hit that second time, they have not been throwing the ball much at all. They've relied on that run game a lot more, and Tress Williams, he's had a good night. The NSA fans getting loud for their defense, trying to push them over the edge. Here we go, I formation, Lance, under center, gets the snap, play fake, he's rolling to the right. He's throwing it towards the end zone. And almost caught by one hand. Just dropped. That would have been an unbelievable catch if he made it. He was contested in the process. That was Ben Salih. That would have been unbelievable. Now you got third and long. It's 4 down territory, obviously. Can't kick 3 now. You're down by 8. What a game this has been. And we're going to get a timeout called. You get one timeout in the OT. It'll be called by the Saints. We're going to take a very quick one with them and hear from Atomic Wings Chicken. We're back here live on Cova Sports TV at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine, as Atomic Wings. We appreciate them for their support here on Cova Sports TV. As we're in overtime right now, Atlantic Shores trails 22-14 to NSA. NSA has a chance to close this one out with just a defensive stop. It's going to be 3rd and goal for Micah Lentz and company. Here we go. Players disperse from the huddle. Even if they score, they're going to have to get that 2-point conversion. Some of the student section doing the war chant from FSU. Shotgun, Michael Lance, he's going to have to throw. Drops back. Fires. And the ball is dropped by Jaden Gurley. And now it's almighty 4th and goal. This one's going to have to go to the end zone. And we're going to get a timeout called, this time by the Seahawks, to talk things over and try and take one last shot. We'll take one last timeout with them. We'll hear from Portco.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
We're back here live at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine. Big thanks from Portco. Find your employment today at portco.org. The crowd is loud here at the Sportsplex from both sides. NSA, Atlantic Shores. 4th and goal. This is for the game. Empty set. Lance drops back. Throws a fade to the end zone. caught by Josh Sibley! An unbelievable catch in the corner of the end zone! And now Atlantic Shores needs to get the 2-point conversion. The small 5'10" Josh Sibley climbed the ladder and keeps it alive for the Seahawks. Now they got to go for 2. If they don't get the 2-point conversion, it's over. If they get it, we'll go to a second overtime. Unbelievable catch. What does Atlantic Shores have? Again, game on the line, 2-point conversion. The crowd going nuts. Michael Lance trying to make some adjustments. Shotgun, Williams by his side. Trez Williams, that is. Receiver goes in motion. That's Colin Williams. Lance drops back, fires, and the ball is tipped, and that's going to be the ball game. Nansemond-Suffolk Academy forces the incompletion, and they win the football game. What a wild game that was. Your final score, NSA 22 and Atlantic Shores 20. Unbelievable turn of events. Defensive battle the entire time, 14-14. We go to overtime. A big first play catch for NSA, a big touchdown catch for Atlantic Shores, and they're unable to make the 2-point conversion. Heartbroken is Atlantic Shores, the coaching staff and the players showing sportsmanship, shaking hands. An unbelievable game. NSA is hyped as they should be. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back and wrap it up after this.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Cova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
An unbelievable game taking place here tonight at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. We appreciate all of you for tuning in tonight. An unbelievable game as the Nansemond-Suffolk Academy Saints take down the Atlantic Shores Seahawks by a final score of 22-20. We went to overtime. An unbelievable catch by Josh Sibley to get that final touchdown. The 2-point conversion, however, unsuccessful as the defensive lineman for Nansemond-Suffolk tipped it, and that was your ball game, 22-20. We want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight here to Cova Sports TV. I've been your play-by-play commentator, Jack Lowe, alongside camera operator Lucas Ponce, and all the people doing it behind the scenes here at the Sportsplex, Chuck Thornton, Nick Senti, Des McEwen, Garrett Jackson and company, and Kayla Hodges, and everybody that is involved. We want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight to Cova Sports TV. Have a good night, everybody.